Eternal Sonata. Let's go in and see where we are at. I think we finished that. No, we were headed towards a boss fight. Ah, shit. Where is the sound? Is it already broken again? I just fixed it. It's already broken again. Right, there's no sound now. Okay, it's broken again. I fixed it before the stream and it gave up. Even the colors were wrong before. Come on, capture. There you go, sound is working. Alright, resume the timer. Tiny soda time.
He has seen the future,
and it's not real. The FMVs were very good. They were not ripped from the movie. And I was really curious to see how it would play out. I'm really sad that the game was so unbeatable. It's not even that it's bad, because you know it's janky, so you can have some fun with it. But it's just, it becomes too freaking hard later. It's dumb. Alright, so we think this might be a boss fight up here. Or maybe we're meeting up with the... Okay, this is gonna be a name of the place thing, title card. Cantabile Inn. Still haven't found her other stocking. You don't have to point it to it. It's the only thing here. He's stepping his feet. The fanboy is stepping his feet. I feel sorry for the bridge. It had to support the guy's weight. What a jokester. I think his name is Waltz. Done. You done? Hello there, big platypus. I'm doing fine. We just started with the stream properly. Also, they know each other. Mm. Oh, there, Music. No one is sleeping. Everyone is. Polka.
かしたのか？
前からずっと考えていたんだけど、もしかしたら俺たちアンダンティーノと間違えられたんじゃないかな。
え？
ご一行様の到着だな。
お、うまい具合に偉そうなやつがいるぜ。
そうね。
Beat in the
あの人に頼んで
back.
ワルツ伯爵に合わせてもらいましょう。
貴様らの行動などすべてお見通しだ。おとなしくすれば痛い目に遭わずに済ませてやってもいいんだぜ。
確かにな。いくら黒い噂が絶えないワルツといえども、訪ねてきた一般人をいきなり殺せとは命令しないか。
だろ？しかもまるであの時間に現れるのが分かっていたかのように待ち構えていたじゃないか。
ジルバー、情報が漏れてるんじゃないのかい？
Nani?
そうさ、内部にスパイとかいるんじゃないのか。
あの作戦はクラベスとファルセットにしか話していない。
Dum dum dum. Maybe he isn't the spy. By the way, speaking of the fanboy king, I just realized today that I have been eating this candy. Lately. And I've noticed something that I don't know if the camera is gonna pick it up. I don't think it will properly. On one side, yeah, the camera doesn't pick it properly. One side is pale pink. The other side is pale blue. You know what this means? It means that these are... Yeah, you can't see, especially like that small, and the camera is not... But yeah, you can see the colors here on the box. It's like pink and blue. These are fanboy pills. I'm taking fanboy pills I didn't even know. Now it's too late. It's too late for me, chat. I was so young. No, I wasn't. What day is today anyway? I've lost track of time with so much going on. It's Saturday. Depending on where you live. Oh, hello there. Are you folks guests? No, ma'am, we're robbers. Hands up. No, we just left. Everyone is fine. It's the same guys everywhere. Mr. Squeakers, my little Mr. Squeakers has run away. What will I do? What will I do? This plant is awfully close to the bed. I tend to toss and turn in my sleep, so I'd probably skewer myself. Acquired metal hook. What? Plus 50 attack. What? On the plant? It's an upgrade! A meat hook, not a metal hook. Meat hook, oh boy. Yeah, she's equipping a meat hook. It's better than the fish incense. Right? That's the thing we had. Here, fish incense. It smells like a dead fish that has been lying around in the sun. That would be such an effective weapon. Oh, it's the in menu. Local specialties full course. Foil baked devilfish and poison up mushroom stew. Adagio bog water, steamed rice, and drop dead pudding. Ingredients change daily. How long did the doctor say you have until transformation to fanboy is complete? I haven't checked with the doctors. They should come with warnings on this thing. On the tin, it's a literal tin. Oh fuck, it has sorbitol. I think that's the main culprit. It sounds like something that would... Yeah, it talks about the... Can I get a picture of this? Just so you guys can see the pink and blue, hang on. Yep. Yep, I got it. Let me... Yep. Here, just so you guys can see, because I couldn't show it on camera. It's these that I'm talking about. They are pink and blue. Those are literal fanboy pills. I don't know what else to tell you. Okay, back to the game. Sorbitol sounds like the main culprit here. They look like candies for baby showers. Stir strumming item, a nasty hard smelling fish, sure to do 10,000 damage to all enemies. What do you mean enemies? To everyone. It's just a nuclear bomb kills everyone in the field, including your own team. Greetings, Armand Macaw. How's things? I was showing everyone a Brazilian magazine that came with a full video game back in the 90s. Because people were talking about Expect No Mercy again, and I have the original disc to that still. All dishes prepared with the freshest local ingredients and a touch of elegance. Bon appetit. I think I'm going to be sick. Going to woodblock, are you? That place is poison to the core. Don't eat any of those spores by mistake now. You look like the kind of guy who would eat anything. Guilty. Can I... Jesus. Hey, nice. 45 gold. You think I have some Nintendo Powers a friend left behind somewhere? Nice. Did they have Nintendo Powers down here? Back in the day? Or were those like in English and everything? Never seen one of those in person. I think they did in the 90s. Interesting. So that would be like after they came down officially to Brazil in like 91, 92, when they partnered with Playtronic. Are there any fishes? Here, fishy. And suddenly Happy Cake shows up in chat. That would be amazing. Right, we came from here. What's a boat doing in a place like this? I wonder if it goes down this river. What's this or something in here? Scorpies. Oh, a scorb. We got a scorb, everyone. Why? What is a boat doing right next to water? Right? I met this guy in 99, don't remember how long he had them. Yeah, no, really interesting stuff. I would have loved to have seen those things back in the day. If I was all over video game magazines back in the early 90s, late 80s. I remember I was a very dumb kid. Either I was dumb or they didn't explain things properly, but down here in Brazil we had the Mega Drive. Right, the original name of the Sega Genesis. And I remember looking at the magazines and they would have like pictures of Mega Drive games. And for some reason, sometimes they would have like a section for Sega Genesis games. And I was like, Genesis, what is this? It looks like the Mega Drive, but you know, the pictures were taken from elsewhere, so they had like slightly different saturation on the colors. And I was like, also it's like the Mega Drive, but better because it's American or something. I thought the Genesis was like Mega Drive, but better. It was where we mostly got our info. Yeah, it was. I remember being very confused back then about like Mario RPG and Mario 64, because the magazines weren't very clear how those games were different. The magazines had like those 3D renders for Mario RPG, and I like, okay, they're both 3D, what's the difference? Then I asked a friend who was supposed to be very knowledgeable about video games, and he was like, no, they're the same game, I think, but Mario RPG has like items. And I'm like, oh, so Mario RPG is better. And yeah, right, but isn't Mario RPG on the SNES? Yeah, well, that's weird, right? The SNES version is better than the Nintendo 64 version. Ever played the Phantom System? I think I had a friend that had a Phantom System. Phantom System was a Famiclone. Wasn't the Phantom System the best Famiclone by Playtronic, which is why Nintendo approached them to partner with to release the Nintendo and the SNES down here in Brazil? I think it was the Phantom System, which impressed Nintendo by how accurate it was. They remained partnered with Playtronic all throughout the SNES into the Nintendo 64, and then midway through the 64 they switched to Gradiente. Now that guy is suspicious. Yeah, the place is poisoned. Rygar. I never knew of Rygar back then. I had a friend that had like Double Dragon 2, I think. In Mario 3. I had a Master System. I played so much Turma da Mônica no Castelo do Dragão, which is an official Brazilian sprite change ROM hack, ROM reskin of Monster Boy. The original. I always mix up Monster Boy, Wonder Boy, one of those, the one on the Master System. You learn the name later. You don't remember if they kept for that system. Oh, this is like a one-way. Once I drop, I can't come back down. Not directly, at least. Damn hard game for kids. Rygar? Most of those games were harder for kids, but we didn't have any other games, so yeah, I guess I'll learn this one. Oh, we are automatically poisoned. Oh, that's what this place is about. I'm glad I had a Master System though. It was the very first. I didn't even know how relevant it was for my upbringing as a gamer. But it was on the Master System that I played my very first JRPG and dungeon crawler, which was Phantasy Star, which I still think it's one of the best JRPGs on the entire 8-bit era. I like it more, like I freaking love Dragon Quest, but I still think it's better than Dragon Quest. You had a NES with, where the easiest one was Super C, god damn it. Just frustration on top of frustration. It's funny because I pulled up Contra. A friend of mine has a kid. The kid bought one of those Family clones that you plug on your TV. That comes with a bunch of games preloaded, and he had Contra in it. And it's funny because, okay, anyone here in chat probably can grab a controller and play Contra through the first level with their eyes closed. Even if you haven't played the game yet, you've probably seen it before. You give that game to that kid and he can't do anything. He was like, yeah, no, I've tried to play this game a bunch of times. I don't get it. It's too hard. I can't do anything. It's not a meme. They really don't... We grew up with this shit. It's just like second nature to us. It's best for Mario Brothers because it has inventory. It makes sense. I mean, a lot... But I was talking about the JRPG specifically. Super Pitfall. Oh, I had that for PC. I might still have the disc. I loved it. I had that and I had Earthworm Jim for PC, which I think is the best version of that game. It has like CD music and everything. I'm riffing on my friend with the Mario 64 versus Mario RPG talk. I know. I don't need to finish it with her because I can't finish it with him, so I just got a heal in. Oh, I didn't finish it, so that was a bad call. Okay, but it missed the first attack and I blocked the second, so it's still fine. Jesus Christ, this thing doesn't die. You gotta finish games never beat as a kid that you want to go back and try. Yeah, I have a lot of games. I have a lot of games that I want to go back and beat from back in the day. I've streamed some of those. I still need to beat Kenseiden for the Master System. That game is awesome, but as a kid, and I talked about this a lot, the game has a continue code that's on the manual. I didn't have the manual, so I never beat the game because I didn't know you could continue. So I want to go back to that game and beat it now that I know I can continue. Oh, you can't go that way, okay. You know, Secret Castle also has a continue. Oh, we can jump back from here. Yeah. It's interesting, like some of those games I think they had those codes, but they were like kind of cheat codes, but then on some of the releases they added that information to the manual. Just like, Dead Dance, which was released outside of Japan as freaking, what's that stupid ass, the worst video game name ever? Tough Enough. That game has a cheat code so you can select any of the characters other than like you have the main 4 characters and then you have all the villains for the single player campaign. There's a cheat code that lets you select the villains to play as. And on the Western release, they put that on the cover art. Includes code to play with 12 different characters. Because they made a game that was like kind of like a very good, like has a very good cinematic experience of climbing a tower for the campaign. It's one of the best SNES fighting games to my preferences. Like the theme, the graphics, everything. I streamed that game, it's very good. And one of the things those games do is, here's your roster of heroes. It's like 3 or 4 characters. That's it. Everyone else is a villain that you're gonna beat up. You don't play as them. And I prefer that, but people are like, what do you mean you can play only as 4 fighters? It's worse than all of this one that has 10. This one is better because it has more. So they had to put the cheat code on the cover art. Includes code for you. You don't know the worst named game. The best is Crypto the Necrodancer. Crypto the Necrodancer is a very good name. The problem with Tough Enough is not that Tough Enough by itself is a bad name. It is. But that's not the point. The point is that it replaces an awesome name. The game is called Dead Dance. It has like this amazing title screen with Dead Dance really large with lightning coming out of it. They had to replace that with generic gradient Tough Enough. And then you pair that up with that. They had the best cover art for a fighting game in the SNES era. The cover art for that game is so good that the cover art came first. Some dude published that art on a magazine or something. Some guy from Jellicle saw it and I'm like, this cover art is so good, I'm gonna design a game around it. So I can license that cover art. That's a true story. And then they changed the name to Tough Enough and released it in Europe. But you know, the cover art works as a vertical thing because of the Famicom, Super Famicom box. So for Europe they had to butcher it a little bit, but it's still there. And then for the US they put that freaking, it's considered one of the 5 worst cover arts on the SNES. It's like some Super Saiyan looking dude drooling on the cover art. Hey punk, are you tough enough? And Tough Enough is the title. It's and it made me, like, I remembered I played this fighting game so good when I was a kid. I can't find it, and every time I tried to describe the game to Google to try and find the game, it would give me Tough Enough as a result, and I was like, no, it can't be this. Like, it had a good name, not this shit, because I got the Japanese version down here, which is not called Tough Enough, it's called Dead Dance, which is a better... I had this rant like 4 times already. Sorry. I haven't gotten over it. The US cover is... I probably have it, I can probably show it. But now I have to do this fight. I have to kill this thing. At least one has to be killed. We didn't! I used everything on that and it didn't die. There's 2 others. Where are you going? Like a decade so far in arcade game, the sun got stuck in your head. It feels very good when you finally find it. It wasn't, what's the name of that Sega game? From the back. Oh. What's the name of that Sega game where you play as a Space Harrier? That game has the best level 1 song from that era. It's so fucking iconic. But I think I have. I have here. Wait. Here, this is the original cover art to that dance. Look at that absolutely glorious thing, man. It tells you everything you need to know about the game. Here are the 4 characters. It's obviously a fighting game. There is this like town you can see behind the Jellico logo. There is this like post-apocalyptic town like Izari Hokuto no Ken sort of. You can see this tower in the desert behind the guy, and that's the game. You climb a tower to find the boss at the end. Like, the cover tells you everything. Look at that dead dance. Glorious lightning, everything. With the katakana saying Dedo Dansu. And then in America, they decided that was too good and they went with this.
Hey, punk! Are you tough enough? Master the moves to master me!
I hate it. Marvel Sabretooth. Yeah, it looks like a... So again, it's not that the cover art is bad. It is, but that's not the problem. It's not that the name is bad. It is. The problem is that they thought it wasn't... They thought it was not like equivalent. They thought it was better than the Japanese one. All the name of the cover art, man. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I ate a mushroom. I now I seem to be paralyzed. My body's tingling all over. Do you think it'll go away if I take a rest? Hey, would you mind keeping me company while I take a breather? Okay. What can you do? You cannot do that. Just use the same name and say cover. Hungry Drum. Okay. Yeah. Is any of these gonna work? I feel like this one might work. Not this. It is that. That's the best one we've ever gotten. Rank S. Unless he's trying to say this is so bad that it's kind of S. What? That harmony! It's like my mom's casserole surprise. You couldn't tell by looking at it, but it's delicious. Brilliant brooch. Okay. A session with you is like a forbidden fruit. I know it's not right, but I've got to have just one more bite. Okay, the others are gonna be bad. F? F. Whoa, could it be you're really awful at this? I've got a mushroom for you to try. Yo, how's it going, Mr. Incredibly Awful? Wanna eat a mushroom? Okay, still got a brooch from him. Who's the weakest here? It looks like Falsetto, maybe? doesn't have anything equipped. Brooch made by needing sunlight. It illuminates the surroundings. Oh, so that's to remain in light. Interesting. I would want that for Viola, definitely. So she can always heal or always attack without having to be in range. Oh, definitely. Can have the other one. I can jump there. I can jump here. I can jump here. I can jump here. Yeah, be out of range. Holy fuck. I hate this. At least I blocked this time. Couldn't block. Not that I would, but... I'm gonna do a little heal here. Couldn't block. Is that one I thought? Couldn't. And these fights take a while, but because of the healing that we had, they're fine. Considering how little I'm blocking, they're more than fine. Huh. Right, now, I want to see, like, if I jump there or here. Okay, this lands where I just was at. If I jump on that one, it goes there, which I feel like goes further, although that one might also lead further down. It's missing some of the attacks. Slightly too far away, I guess. Hush. I tried to defend too early. No reason to heal, I'm just going to do this instead. That healing automatically every turn is pretty good. It's gonna be a shame when we lose it, because it's an item, so when it gets upgraded we're losing it. We're leveling up slower now. As well. Maybe starting this fight was a bad idea. No one died yet. And now they're not clumped anymore. Finally. And now they're going to start attacking. Oh, they are literally bloody onions. They do look like bloody onions, I guess. It was fine. Those things were a bit scary, but they were whatever actually. Finally getting some levels again. Level 21, so we're gonna be bringing Piola instead. Oh, that was quick. Of course you can't hit. Okay, that was good enough. That's too small for Viola to hit. Viola's gonna level up. Yep. And thus Viola is already out. Oh no, these are level 21 as well, so it doesn't matter. And this place is confusing. Oh, Jesus. Let me check that other exit. Wait, can I go back? Holy shit, I don't think I can. Oh no, this is... Oh, this connects here and this connects here, right. But I still missed that other section on the previous area, but I couldn't find another place to go down there, so I guess. Right, that effect around her is because of the items, so it's always light for her. Which is a good thing. Should kill it. Now I can jump there. Do I want to jump there? I think that leads to a chest. No, that leads up there. Which does lead to a chest eventually. Well, this looks like it goes ahead, okay. And then experience, I guess. Yes, miss everything because you're not close enough. The thing got knocked back, so I got out of range. The only issue is that those things have way too much health. But that just means they take long. Is this not where I thought I was gonna be at? It's probably fun. Tried blocking, failed. You know, the usual. Yeah, of course I missed it. But he didn't use the echoes. He used the slightly civilized sweeping motion when you clear that. You should. You clean the floor much more effectively if you do that. That is known. Same reason red cars are faster. Rage RPG character, probably. It depends, like. What you should check, like, are your clothes usually asymmetrical? That's usually the main point. Toilet sparkle! Taking a shit on the toilet! That's my special move.
志のない者になどもう立ち止まれないわ。これでどうかしらね。
ね。I don't know, lady. Right, that chest, though. What connects to that? Oh, maybe. Oh. Maybe here. Although I do want to go up there as well. There's another chest up there. Like, this is very sustainable enemy killing anyway. So I should be doing all the experience here. Nice, not blocking anything. Yeah, Battle Mario, it's a thing that I do way too often and I'm not a fan of. I was talking about that when that became like an obvious thing in this game. I'm not a fan either. Like, if it were me, I would make it obvious, like, what is the right way to go. So you You know, so people don't go forward accidentally and miss out on something they can never get again. Yeah, it's less of a problem on this game because usually the enemies don't respawn unless you leave the scene. So like the backtracking is fine as long as you don't accidentally transition into a different map. Which has happened sometimes, but it's still much less of a problem because it's not like absolutely random battles. So I am going to backtrack there, but it's gonna be fine. Fencing saber, nice. No, not nice, it's... Or it's the first time we've got an item that's a downgrade. Like here there's a lot of backtracking, but with no respawns. So it's fine. Not in range. Hoping Dragon Quest 12 gets shown this time for real. Yeah, they have to show it soon so they can release it in like 3 years maybe so it can become... What the fuck? So maybe I can play it in like 8 years after they have released 5 different versions and one of them is the actual final one. And that's why I have trouble caring about new releases. It's always a mess like that, especially with Japanese games. Our 4th event is on May 27th. That's pretty much the new game show. I mean, it is time, I suppose, but it might be... It might just be the HD remake of Dragon Quest 1 or 2, or both. Because they made 3 first. I know why, but it's still dumb. It's like Star Wars. You should still watch episodes 4, 5, and 6 before you watch 1, 2, and 3. Like, if you've never watched anything, you don't know any of the story, that's how you enjoy it the most. Same goes for Dragon Quest. You should play 1, 2, and 3. It doesn't matter like what the chronological order is, it's way more enjoyable like that. Because there's a huge payoff at the end of 3. When you go like, oh, it's very good. Releasing 3 first, I get it's the most popular, and they were like, yeah, release this one, then we don't release the other ones. Just like Nintendo, here's the remastered Metroid Prime 1. 2 and 3 are gonna be forgotten for the next 20 years. Fucking stupid assholes. 1 and 2 HD have been out? Oh, really? But they did come out after 3, that's still dumb. It is a 9 remake, they'll never play that one. Is a 9 the one that is only on the DS? I think it is. I have that list somewhere for Dragon Quest. I only play the first 4. I'm gonna play the 5th one on the PS2. Yeah. There are some that have a remake on the DS, but that one was original DS and there is no version elsewhere. Just kind of a shame. 4 was very good on the DS. Even though, like, some of the sprite scaling was shit. They didn't do a pixel perfect scaling for the sprites. And the 2D sprites exist in a 3D world, so sometimes you get some dumb shit in there. but it's still a very good game. Like the final boss fight. No spoilers, don't worry. The final boss fight on Dragon Quest IV for the DS. It's a feast for the eyes. It's a masterclass of pixel art, man. All the transitions and animations between all the phases. Even though the game has all the 3D stuff in it, the sprites are 2D, that final boss... I know, because I spent 3 hours on it, because I didn't know how to play the game. Luckless. For you? Mysterious cloths that will not turn in any battle. I don't play 4, 5, or 6 either. Yeah. 4, I strongly recommend playing the DS version. However, the DS version has extra content. After you get the ending, the game keeps going and you can get a second ending. I do not recommend doing the bonus content. I did for completion's sake. I regret it. Kind of left a bad taste. Still a very good game, but that bonus content is just annoying. From here on, the toxins from the spores will get even stronger. Oh shit. Everyone, put these on. It won't protect us for long, but it should help purify the toxins for a little while. Why didn't you give that to us before? Neutralizing stone. Skip the bonus content in 1.3 HD for the most part. Oh, they have bonus content in the... Of course they do. I don't like bonus content. 90% of the time, I don't like bonus content in these remakes and remasters and stuff. Oh, we added a new dungeon. Man, I don't give a shit. I don't want to do more shit. I want to do the exact, perfect, proper, encompassed, enclosed experience. And then Dragon Quest IV, here's the final boss. Here's the final battle. It all comes down to this. Here's the ending. Oh, but it keeps going. I'm not gonna talk about the other boss fight that happens on the bonus content because I can't do that without doing any spoilers. But when I got there, I was like, what? Bonus content is free content you already paid for. Trying to parse that statement. If you paid for it, it's not free. Bonus content is them giving you a reason to buy the remastered version. Or the re-release or whatever it is. And it almost always just dilutes the experience. Like, it's rare that we play games that we are like, honestly, that we are like, oh, this game would be so much better if it just had another 20% bonus thing to do. No, especially nowadays, most games are too long. Kind of like it sometimes don't always need an extra dungeon. I don't see the point in it 99% of the time. Hey, you gave me 2 by mistake. Oh, it's for Arco. Of course, of course. Aww. Okay, stick close and keep moving. This game will be better with fetch quests. I've never seen that sentence before. Did you just come up with it? Outstanding. Everyone, this is the first time that sentence has been ever used in any context, ever. And here comes Sakura not wanting to be outdone. Shows it how it's done with sentences that have never been uttered before.
その頭引っ込めな。
I feel like escort quests are one of those things that, like, someone will come along and say, will come along and say something like, "Oh, buddy, look at this game. They did it right because the escort is actually immune and they keep up with your speed, so you don't have to wait for them. You don't have to go slow. You don't have to catch up." And I to that I would reply, you know, decades of game design wasted trying to make escort quests work. Why didn't they just give up on them? Yeah, now there is slightly less shit. It only took us 3 decades to get here. Should have given up trying to make it work a long time ago. Escort quests are done. Aristuraiko. Sonic perfected underwater levels. I mean, I'm not a fan of underwater levels. I don't know anyone who is. But if you're gonna do an underwater level, it has to be different. I think that Sonic actually does underwater levels right. You know why? Everyone remembers them. What are you doing with it? They are tense. They have their own mechanics. They're not just, oh, it's the same game, but now you're kind of floating. No, here is some tension. You have to manage your breath. There are bubbles. There are mechanics. Like, there is tension. Like, it's a different kind of difficulty. It's not just, okay, now we float around. Now, instead of jumping to go up, we go down or something. I think Sonic has good underwater levels. Commander King's underwater levels are best because it has Dope Fish. Dope Fish is pretty good, yes. Like Donnie where he's standing on the air ball waiting for it to spawn and then crying. Right, but you remember that. I remember that. Everyone remembers that. And of course the mechanics could have been a little bit better. I think that it would probably have been more interesting if you had like... Here's an air bubbles area. Just being here, don't have to wait for the bubble to come up. But still it was fun and interesting. It's not that it was good, it's that compared to the average underwater level, it's fantastic. Oh look, it circles around. So I have to jump down. I remember because it's collective PTSD. Yeah, Ezric. God damn it, why is it always a mod? You know what I want, chat? I want underwater slide puzzles. Where the pieces slide very slowly. And then some pieces, when you slide them over, there is an air bubble under them. You have to find those. Otherwise you drown while trying to solve them. Yeah, there you go. How to design a game that corporate hates. An underwater slide puzzle where you have to keep finding the bubbles. So it's like a double mechanic. It's not just solving it. Run out of air in a few seconds. Yeah, if you have been moving the pieces around and you failed to uncover a bubble for too long, you do end up dead, of course. That's how it works. Everyone remembers a lot of bad things. True. That's what makes them special. I know that's not a good point. Then there is a 2-minute cutscene showing a wizard death, unskippable of course, plus 5 minutes of loading time. That just sounds like 2 human with extra steps. Although I haven't played 2 human, I hear it has those problems. That the death sequences take too fucking long. That game has serious performance issues as well. I started it once just to see if it ran and I thought my Xbox 360 was dying. It wasn't, the intro sequence has a very low frame rate. Still want to stream that game. Reminds me of Ezreal. Perfect Dark was your favorite squad mission because it basically locked the squad on top 4 and they're about business as usual. That's good. That's pretty good. Because it's the game giving you a way that the devs knew about, where you can do the mission in a way that feels like it's not intended. That's one of the best kinds of game design there is, to me. Like, I talked a lot about this with the modern Zelda games. Especially Tears of the Kingdom. Where they have these puzzles, these things you have to do in the game. And you're like, you're never entirely... A lot of the time you're not sure if the way you're doing is the intended way. Or if you're like, no, you know, I can just skip this maybe if I use this thing instead. You're like, wait, is this intended? And yes, it's all intended, but because it feels like you might be kind of cheating the game feels a lot better. There are games that are designed to feel like you're cheating. And I freaking love that kind of design. I know I'm going in circles, I'm just making sure I know what I'm doing. Yeah, this goes there, okay. What's up with this guy? He seems pretty weak. Maybe he's hungry? Okay, I don't have what this guy needs. Can I get some... I can jump there. Do I want... I did. Okay. Fine. Fine. As long as we don't go too far back, we don't respawn anything. I kind of want a new party level to see if we can get a better setup than what we have right now with the timings. We have only 4 seconds of battle and only 3 of tactical. I've been hoping we got a new level and it improved. Can I agree? You think it's hard to design the sirens of games well? Agreed. It's very hard to do that. And it's very risky to go in that direction when making a game. Because it's such a difficult field to hit. feels good when you break a game, but you can easily cheese everything, you don't get the same feeling as being clever. Yeah, now you're talking about the Super Mario World effect, where you just fly over levels. Which to me felt good as a kid, but it also meant that I skipped like half the game. Echoes of Wisdom tried, and every puzzle just felt like you could cheese in the same way. It didn't make you feel smart so much as made you feel like the puzzles were bad. Yeah, I know nothing about that game. That's one that I'm going to go in completely blind. Wait, what? I thought... What? Oh, I can jump this way. But then I can't go back. It's kind of weird. Definitely love the flying in Super Mario World. Me too! But it didn't mean I just skipped a bunch of stuff. I love Echoes of Wisdom as a good intermediate Zelda, and still accept it handheld. Nothing perfect game for that. Makes sense. I said I don't know anything about it, but I will get to it. Just that my list of Zelda games, I'm very behind on it. Oh, it's me attacking. Sometimes it's not obvious. Like, do I have Echoes of Wisdom in my list, actually? I do, okay. It's from 2004 already. And it's 2 years old already. For legally distinct Pikmin. I haven't played the Pikmin games yet. Also on my list at some point. I feel like they would be fun, but also infuriating. I think that describes Pikmin games, even though I haven't played them. Okay, I want to somehow go there. Which means I want to go here, which means I want to go here. You love the first one? Yeah, I feel like people who like Pikmin games really like Pikmin games. More than you should. No, you like it the exact amount that you should, my friend. Don't worry about it. We are clumped, which means this is horrible. It's good for healing ourselves, but then we take this much damage. Why are you attacking that way, lady? The only Pikmin bit that I played was whatever was in Nintendo Land, which was the stupid-ass, completely forgotten pack game for the Wii U. Which to this day is still the only physical Wii U game that I own. It's the only Wii U game that I own. No, I think I technically also own Mario Kart digitally. But I don't think I bought it. I don't remember how I got it. Overlord? I didn't like Overlord. Maybe I need to give it another shot, but I played it back in the day. I didn't like it. And I wanted to. Alright, the best Pikmin game I've played was Brutal Legend. Also played it in multiplayer. Did you know that? Did you know that you could play that in multiplayer? It was fun. That game is dumb fun, man. I like it. You did, nice. I liked that every time you visited Ozzy Osbourne, he'd have a different thing to say. You would go in there and Ozzy Osbourne would have like a quip for you. But of course the game had a limited amount of voice lines. Obviously there was a limit. So at some point you would visit him and your character would be like and Ozzy was like, what? Your character would be like, don't you have another quip for me? No, dude, I'm out. I'm not made of quips or something. It was like a very self-aware moment. I love that being my favorite Pikmin game. Yeah, you know, that game has one thing about it that is really freaking good that most people don't realize. Because it's not relevant for most people. But I played that game on my 360. And at the time I was playing on, I think on my old TV. And I had a sound system, not this one, a much simpler one. But it was a surround sound system. And that game, actually the songs, the licensed songs in that game, they were remastered in surround. So I remember listening to Children of the Grave in that game. And it like the different parts, like you felt like you were in the middle of the band because it wasn't just stereo, it was surround. It was just and it worked really well because like your car had the music, the radio. So if you left the car, the music was like in the car, so it was like positional. But if you sat inside the car, then it became surround. Most people don't realize that, don't know that it's a thing because most people don't have surround systems or don't play their games like that. I remember back in the day you needed, if I wanted to play a PC game in surround, I needed to have like Dolby Live or DTS Connect or some licensed software thing to convert the 5.1 into a DTS signal because my receiver did not have HDMI, it was optical. It was a fucking mess, man. You guys, like surround sound systems with fancy receivers and subwoofers and whatever, they're very good, but man, they're expensive and they're a headache just to make use of. Like I got my current one, I got it on a sale and then it burned. And then I had to get like a replacement. But the shop that sold it to me didn't want to replace it, and the manufacturer, which was Pioneer, they don't sell this model in my country, so they didn't want to. It took me like 8 months to figure it out. So like, as good as it is, if this one bites the dust one day, I'm never getting one again. It's too much of a headache. Well, the farther you are, the more damage you do. I was suspicious of that. I'm trying to block and failing. It was always your impression surround sound. Yeah, it's too annoying to make work. Like if this thing ever bites the dust again, I'm getting a sound bar and calling it a day. Eat that. And then you needed to have like the stupid optical cables and do the proper encoding and everything. Make sure your media was encoded in a format that was supported. I remember when I was playing Final Fantasy 13 on my PS3. If I'm not mistaken, that game supports both AC3, which is Dolby Live, and DTS. But DTS sounds better, but if you had both enabled on the PS3, you would prefer Dolby Digital because it's more compatible. So I had to disable Dolby Digital on the PS3 to use the audio on Final Fantasy 13, but then if I played another game that didn't support DTS, I had to re-enable it. It's always a fucking mess. And then I have a friend that has a very nice 7.2 Sony sound system from 500 years ago. But then he can't use 4K video on it because it only supports 1080p, so he needs to have like these additional splitters and other shit. It's a mess. It's a very nice looking mess, but it's a mess. Then you have to manage all of that. And it's just like the mental, the headspace that gets taken over by that. You know, you have to be constantly worrying about all of that shit. You know little about it. See if you can switch first complain about no Dolby support because Nintendo is a royalty-free thing. No, it's not that, Battle Mario. The Wii U was the only console on that generation that did not support Dolby Digital or DTS. What that means is that you can't use surround from it over optical cables. You can get surround from it, but it has to be over HDMI. So if you're using a modern sound system, that's fine. If you're using something older, like the one we got downgraded to our living room, then you can't. And with the Switch, they kept that. So what they're using is not that it's royalty free, because you know, well, they have the right to license HDMI. Technically, what the Switch supports is the better option because both Dolby Digital and DTS are compressed. So you can send 6 channels of audio through an optical cable. You need to compress it. There's not enough bandwidth without compression. Sending over HDMI is better. What Nintendo decided was we're not going to be spending money to send a worse signal to support older hardware. Which was kind of bullshit for the Wii U back then. But for the Switch onwards, I think that complaining about it is pointless. Like at this point, you should. If you care about it, you're gonna have to spend money to get something better. It's annoying, but it's kind of how things work. Does this just drop? This drops there, which leads there, which we have already gotten, so I shouldn't drop again. My opinion, it would be nice, but they would be spending... Yeah, it is a licensing thing. There is technically also a... You need to have dedicated hardware for it, I think. Because you need to do the encoding in real time. I actually had a very nice Audi Sound Blaster card specifically for that. So I could do that on on my PC. Because if you want to send surround audio from your PC to a sound system that does not support HDMI, then you need to have a specialized sound card that is capable of encoding in real time over optical, which is something that is very, very rare for an onboard sound card to do. This is why I had a dedicated sound blaster specifically for it. Like I said, it's a fucking mess. Don't get into surround audio unless you enjoy dealing with the mess. Which a lot of people do. I did for a while, I don't anymore. That guy has no chill. Don't work, food is done, heading home. Enjoy your trip, my friend. You're missing out, yeah, I don't want the headache. Yeah, and look, I might be missing out, but look, you might be missing out, but I have a monitor in front of me right now, 1440p, that goes up to 280 Hz. And I have a 4K TV with a surround sound system, a decent one. I do most of my gaming here with headphones because I'd rather have like higher frame rates here than there. Like my consoles I play there, but my computer games are here. And I can't be bothered to like, oh, I'm gonna start moving the speakers. Nah, yeah, this is fine. It's not... Just like I'm sacrificing 4K, but this is better. I can push a lower resolution and get the higher frame rates instead. So it's always going to be trade-backs. Like, okay, I'm gonna have a 4K TV that can do 240 frames per second, but then now you need like a truckload of a video card that one can afford anymore. Also, want a really good HDR monitor, can afford to spend over 1,000 for a good one. Yeah, no, I gave up. Like, a good HDR one, it has to be OLED. And an OLED monitor is something that you should be aware that if you buy it today, you're gonna have to replace it in less than 10 years. No matter how good it is, how good care you take of it. If you're going to be using it a lot, which I do, I use it every day. Many hours every day. You're gonna have to replace it in less than 10 years. Which for some people is fine. Most people are like, oh, okay, 10 years, that's great. But for me, it needs to last longer than that. My previous monitor before this one, it's back there. That one... I had it for like probably 20 years before I replaced it. And it still works, it's just like a really bad piece of shit. But I still use it for a very long time. It was what I could afford. I want to go up there, which means I want to go there, but did I miss any? Oh, probably here. Yeah, here, okay. Like, don't bother. I say this as someone that is in that exact boat. If HDR is important to you, don't bother with anything that isn't OLED. The nicest HDR on an LCD is still not gonna cut it. It's better than no HDR. This one has very good HDR, but it's barely better than regular because it's an LCD, it's not meant for that. It's better, but it's $1,000 better. Honestly, I think it is if it lasted 20 years. This guy has zero chill. Like, my problem with HDR displays is not how much they cost. OLED displays is not how much they cost. It's with how long they last. For that price, I would expect them to last longer, not shorter.
ごめんなさいね。いい戦いだったわ。かかってきなさい。相手になる。
You're always here and there. I know. And yeah, if you're going to be using it only for gaming and that kind of usage, then it is going to last a lot longer because the degradation is from the components sitting up. However, if you're going to be using it only that much, then is it worth 1,000? Like, I spent a good amount of money on this monitor. It's one of the very good LCD monitor. But I am going to use it for 20 years, many hours every day for literally everything. All the fucking time. And it's a shame they all went over there because this guy can do a lot of damage. You know where I absolutely demand OLED displays? On my phone. Because it's not that much more expensive, it looks a lot better, and the phone will get replaced in like 5 years. So it's fine. Burning uneven wear does make you nervous. Yeah, it's not necessarily like even the burning, there are techniques to avoid it nowadays. You're going to see like dimming and stuff like that, so like things that might annoy you but protect the display from burning. The uneven wear, after several years, it's probably gonna be a thing, and that's it. Even if the damage on the display is perfectly even, the damage is going to happen. It's how the technology works still. The damage... Hello, welcome back, Zofia. Damage is gonna happen, right? The simplest way to explain this is if you buy two OLED monitors, identical ones, you keep one in the box and you use the other one for 5 years. When you turn both of them side to side 5 years later, the one that was in the box is going to be a lot brighter. So even if the damage is perfectly even, the damage is still going to happen. Only people who have had an OLED display for many years will be able to confirm that for you. I have an OLED phone that is like 8 years old or something. The screen is evenly damaged, like there are no marks, no unevenness, no burning, but the screen is dim. I want to get to that chest. Which means I have to get there, which means I drop here and I go, I think? Someone did a test on the Switch OLED, it took a lot of abuse before the slight problems appeared and made you feel a little better. It does, like I said, the problem is not... On a modern display, it's very hard for you to, oh, I use it for 1 year and I can see burning everywhere. The problem is just that it wears out. Which is only a problem if you want your display to last 20 years like I do. Which is not everyone. So like the takeaway is, and this is what I usually say, if you're gonna buy a monitor and you are going to replace it in 5 years, maybe less than 10, then knock yourself out, my friend. Get an OLED, treat yourself. Be aware that it's not something that you're going to want to keep wearing for too long. Like, beyond 10 years. I defended too early. I defended too late. Perfect. Too late. Too early. I'm gonna have to do a heal with blades, so I'm not gonna be using the echoes here to power up my healing. And then maybe I can kill all of them with this. There you go. Prices have come down before. Have to come down before you buy it on a full-size monitor. Just get a LED. Graphics are way better on a LED. That's true. In the meantime, you can enjoy really great image quality and pixel response time, even as the SDR is bright. Yeah, like in the end, I was like, okay, if I got an OLED, I could get these things here. That would be nice, but it would be expensive and I'll have to replace it in less than 10 years, etc. Or I can spend slightly less and not get these like contrast, HDR and like 0 response time. But everything else is top notch. My point is you can get like the best LCD versus the worst OLED by around the same money. So I prefer to get something that I wouldn't like. I know exactly what I got when I bought this monitor. No worries, no issues. I can rest. Whatever anyone buys, monitors are one of those things you need. Floral extract. You need to spend a lot of time researching before you buy it, before you finally make the purchase. 10 years will be better and cheaper. That's true. That's true, like everything that... Is it true though? Like nowadays everything keeps getting worse and more expensive. No, it used to be that whatever you want to buy, just wait and it's going to get better. And now everyone who didn't buy a computer 2 years ago is unable to upgrade. So it's better not to even worry about it. I'm very lucky to have upgraded my computer when I did. Which was like, what, 2 years ago? 3 years ago? Can I check when was this Windows installed? Not easily, no. No, installed on December 2024. So 1.5 years ago, just before everything went to shit. I got lucky. Because nowadays, feel like I'm sorry for people who have to upgrade their computer because everything sucks now.
Here we go, pal. I hope it's the right apartment, Michael.
So do I. They were positioned for AoE. Well, they're clumping here. Hang on. sorry, this fight requires my attention. Zofre, thank you so much for the gift sub to Sakura, my fan. Really appreciate the support. Thank you for the triple nice plus 27? It's gift subs. Thank you so far, my channel. There's a lot of support. I really appreciate it, sir. I enjoyed that for you. And the emotes. I missed the heal. Should have healed. Take your time. Ukimo, this weapon is large. Might. Okay, Allegretto comes in, replacing either one. And I can replace with like Viola as well. Is there a save? Oh no! Yeah, I'm sure that's on purpose. Didn't mean to make me do math in the middle of a battle. You're right. You never did that. Alright, is this a boss fight? I haven't had a boss fight in a while. If it is a boss fight, I'm bringing a healer and bringing a big damage dealer, this is fine. And the heals on her are always available thanks to the Brilliant Brooch. So yeah, it's fine. Boss fight, everyone. The fuck? Wasn't an ATB system. Trick or treat? I need to kill these things first. I'm gonna play it safe. Yosh. It's messed up. Feature plant Pogo. Good description. You're missing everything, you dumb bitch! At least heal. What did that thing do? You're not in range for that. I messed up that block. Why isn't this thing dying? No, again! Again, because the thing gets close but not close enough. I miss all the attacks. Not close enough for melee, not close enough for range, not far enough for range. Can one of these things die? Thank you. Oh, 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 everything. I think it's just summoning more. I have to kill it and ignore the other things. I should have realized that earlier. Then I have to do 2 heals with Viola. At least I can do 2 heals. No, the other thing! Okay, you can hit everything. Oh, they're gonna kill anything else. You missed everything other than the first one. What the fuck? And I have to go all the way over there and waste time. Thank you again. Really fun. I should have healed instead of doing this, I feel. Nice blocks! I missed the last one. With a sting in its butt. It's a very weird thing. Just heal. I couldn't heal twice. Viola might die. Oh, she can heal twice. I saved the echoes for him. I need to do a bunch of damage here. 9,000. Whatever it is, it's a menace. It is. Because he keeps summoning ads. And they're locking Viola away. Eventually they're gonna kill her. Because I can't block everything.
今ので
これしかないな。
I was supposed to go to Viola.
ファントムウェーブ。おさらばだな。
Oh. Oh. From the back, I can't, she's dead. Not yet. But she might die from the... Okay. No, not okay, because this fight's still going. Okay, 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 we have survived. That chance window was too small. Yosh! Okay, holy crap. Yosh. Recovery gloves. Oh, that's one of those healing items, probably. I should go back and save. Good grief. Yeah. Evil drunken feature plant bed with spring on its butt. But that didn't fit in the box. Recover HP. Right. I have to always have this equipped on someone in the party. Like, if I remove Viola from the party, I have to move that item to someone else. Or move to whomever needs healing at any moment. That has to be an active party.
やっと着いただって。街なんかないじゃないか。
There's a secret passage somewhere.
驚くのも無理はないね。アンダンテの街はあなたたちの足元に広がっているのよ。
地下街か。
Dude is looking dumb.
っていうほど立派じゃないさ。まあ、生活するにはまだ。
反乱軍ですもん。地下に潜らないと雰囲気が出ないでしょ。
What kind of shit-ass logic is that? She's not impressed.
全員俺たちの仲間だ。ゆっくりしてくれ。バルサル、街の中を案内してやってくれないか。
ええ、いいわ。
俺たちは一足先に行ってる。見物に飽きたら合流しよう。
どこ行くの？
作戦会議に使ってる部屋よ。リバーブ湖畔にある家なんだけど、実はアジトってわけ。歩いてすぐのとこ。
じゃあ。
じゃあ。
それじゃ行きましょう。
good lord, it's a good thing we didn't equip this on one of them. Because I think they took the items with them. I think. Imagine, oh, that's a good item to have equipped on whoever is active on the party. Let's put on the, oh, he left. Lake Reverb. Wait. So first we go to the lake and then we go here? Nobody's even worried about the others. Yeah, Apotheca is fine and... Wait. Right, it is polka and beat. But I just realized that Chopin is with them as well. I'm sure they're fine. In the end, people who crowd themselves together all weak of heart never want to become such a person. Yeah, so long as I have the music of loneliness, I need nothing more. Maybe that works? It's fine? Loneliness is truly something people cannot do without. You better set aside some time to be alone with yourself. Well, what is your impression? Have looked within yourself. No, you need not say a word, your music will speak for you. And then we have a rank F. It appears your heart is rotten. I can hear it in your sound. Okay, we've had worse. Well, what is your impression? Okay, no, it didn't change that one. Okay. Do that every week. No rank S. Oh, and rank B, we don't get anything new. Wait, do we go this way or the other way? This doesn't look like a town to me. I think this is not the way. I hate having to guess. Interesting arrangement. It was a rank B. You're not one of us. How'd you get in here? Oh, I see. Jess brought you. No! I don't get... No, this is a... no, this is a town. This is fine, this is fine. Andante. Because you know the password. It's inside a cave, huh? Wow. I mean, Falsetto is with them. It's nothing special on the inside, really. Anyway, let's go in. Man, every location in this game looks so good. Like it's a freaking warm cave. The camera angles work really well. And Antino isn't a violent organization bent on indiscriminate terrorism. Forte just doesn't realize how angry other people are about what's going on there. To make them take notice, we target only their important facilities. Make sure that no civilians are hurt by our actions. Presidents. I think the desire to free people from oppression is very noble, but I don't want Etude to throw his life away. What's the use of freedom if it costs you your life? A world of freedom is meaningless to me without him. Rather than live a comfortable life submitting to those in power, I want to fight for the weak who are made to suffer at their hands. I have great respect for Jazz and this organization he's built. Okay, he doesn't want to be with his wife. I get it. I'm going fighting, lady. I wonder what's for dinner. It's passcode. What? Oh, that smells good. I think it's corned beef. I'll bet it's rations for the soldiers. There was a question mark here. Look, they have a darts target they use as a table. I smell honey. I love eating bread with honey. And they have established that before. Corned beef is good. I don't think I've but I'm not entirely sure because I don't know what that actually is. Might have just a different name. There's a lot of medicine here. Of course, there's no mineral powder though. Nope. I mean, if I look corned beef images. No, I don't think I've ever had that. It looks weird. Welcome to our infirmary. It isn't that big, but we're equipped to handle just about any injury. In an organization like this, it's not unusual to see patients with serious injuries. It's my job to patch them up before the young lives bleed out of them. Lately, I'm seeing a lot of youngsters glorifying the idea of becoming martyrs for the cause. You can't build a future if you're not alive to do it. Death is not glamorous. Where's the question mark? It's a medical textbook. Let's see what it says. Treatment of external injuries. Medicine. Mineral powder produces fast results but causes heavy side effects. Floral powder takes some time to work but has no side effects. Usually cooked at a low temperature overnight. Who has time for that? Jazz is an amazing man. He has the conviction to risk his own life to protect the powerless. He's calm and composed and has the wherewithal to charge forward without losing sight of his objectives, and he never abandoned his comrades. It's because we have a man like him as our leader that I'm willing to pledge myself to Andantino. I'm messing up the pronunciation of these words, but like they're so weird. No corn was harmed in the production of this beef dish. Yeah, like corned beef doesn't seem to have corn in it. That's like lousy name. What do you want? Scorpies? Huh? Why should I do that? Oh, fine. Sullen melody. Set temp, insert the beef, go to sleep. And then wake up when the house has burned down. What the heck was that? No, I'm really in a bad mood. Here, take a cook and leave me alone. This is getting annoying. Hurry up and get out your score piece. She wants the score piece, chat. Get it out for her. That was terrible. You owe me an apology. This is getting annoying. Okay, we can't get anything out of here. Don't tell anyone you heard it from me, but jazz and claves are an item. I sure hope having our top brass in love with each other doesn't affect their objectivity. Hey, what have we here? Oh, it's nothing. Hey, what have we here? Oh, it's nothing. I don't think I've I've seen that in a game. Let's put a thing here. Okay, what can we put here? I don't know. Okay. I guess we don't have to decide. If you have a crappy oven, cheat and use the proofread word. Men aren't the only ones who come here to support jazz. There are also lots of women who oppose the government, but most of us don't take part in combat. We stay here to guard our children in the homes. Though we may not go out and fight, our thoughts are with the men. Thoughts and prayers. Wait, do I want to jump in that? I haven't seen you before, you new? Guess that means I'm not the new guy anymore. Your training is rough, but only the beginning, and you'll get used to waking up early, don't worry. No, I don't think I will. The whole place was originally just the passage to Lentos Cemetery. When we first came here, flowers bloomed everywhere. Simeo flowers. They glow in the dark and are really beautiful. But as the town grew, they gradually decreased in numbers. You don't see them anymore. Lentos Cemetery. People say monsters inhabit Lentos Cemetery. It's an ancient legend in this land. Most people believe in and fear those kinds of things. That's why we built our hideout here. Jazz would attract the ladies to the cause. Yeah, look at the combos I can do. Do you want to touch my sword, lady? Take a look around. Sure, find something you need. Okay, what do I want to sell? I'm only gonna sell the items I'm sure no one needs. I only have these 3 people here. So I can't sell everything. Like this is Allegredo, I think. No, we have Allegredo in our party. This is Polka. Right, this is Allegredo. Who used this? Oak Barrel, I think this is Beat. Like these, even these I don't know who can use them. I'm gonna sell some fish incense. And some hell mustards. I don't care about buffing and debuffing items. I don't even think that's a word. Humongous Soy Guide I drive. Humongous Sword and Deep Voice. If I try to buy shit. Monkey Bow and Power Stroke. No, just one. Sorry for that, merchant. What? Just got a very cheap meat hook. Tiger armor for Allegredo. And silk dress for Viola. I'm not gonna sell anything because I don't know if others might equip some of those. Soldier's body is his weapon. How about it? Are you up for some Andantino special training? No. Why aren't we attacking Forte? Jazz is overly cautious. Yeah, we're just going to have to take matters into our own hands. Right, it's time to put our plan into action. Shh, keep your voices down. But can we really pull it off on our own? Yeah, it'd be nice if we had someone to back us up if things go sour. How about asking Etude? He can hold his own in a fight. And you'll sell them a condensed stick of burnable storm strumming. He's gonna sell it at a profit. He's gonna call it like gourmet shit. Someone's gonna buy it. For like double, triple what we had. Etude practically worships Jazz. You really think he'd go along with this? I'm sure of it. Knowing him standing around doing nothing like this is probably driving him nuts. That's the kind of man he is. Sounds good. All that's left is to pick a time to enact the plan. According to intelligence reports. What are you three doing? Falsetto. Nothing, ma'am? Well, we're done cleaning the room. Guess we'll head back now. Yeah. Please excuse us. Up. It'll tickle somebody's fancy. Yeah, do more than tickle their fancy. Just gonna die. Meeting log 215 regarding foods Waltz doesn't like. This is pretty simple. Regarding the vulnerable areas within Forte territory. I don't understand any of this. Another one bites the dots. Dun, dun, dun. Another one bites the dots. And another one down, and another one down, another one bites the dots. Don't tell anyone you heard it from me, but there are some nasty rumors floating around about the metal powder. For example, have you heard the stories about the test subjects that took it before it was sold? They say it fried the brain of the first guy who tried it. Hey, there's a note stuck in here. Search around the stone pillar. You won't help to cry about it. Yeah, but... What's wrong? Oh, hello, Falsetto. Well, take a look at this. Wow, this is unusual. It's a simul flower, isn't it? I didn't think any still existed. But it looks like it's wilting. Yes, we don't have any water for it. There's a waterfall right there, man. Water, there's tons of water right outside. Thank you, Allegretto. What is that? What is that right there? And then Amok looks on. Oh! I hadn't noticed. No, simul flowers need water from simul spring. What, they're like water sommeliers or something? If you give them ordinary water, they die in no time. Then you just need to go get water from that spring, right? Don't be ridiculous. To get to the spring, you have to go through the cemetery. I don't want to go through that creepy place. Fuck this flower. You're her father, aren't you? But I say monsters live there. What if they eat me? Wah. And then the older brother is just dying over here. His family's a disaster. Ah, man. Kid is already dead. The poor thing. Allegretto, how about we go get that water? What? What if a monster eats me? Think of it as your good deed for the day. Since when are you so nice, Viola? I've always been nice. Come on, stop grumbling and let's go. Poor guy had several tabs of acid in his pocket when it started raining. He said some interesting stuff. Is there like a safe point right at the entrance of this place? No. I don't want to go in there without saving, and I wonder if I want to check this. Oh, you just jumped to the other side. Why? Why though? I need to put a save down. And then cemetery. Wasn't there a save? Oh, here. Here, okay. I don't trust the numbers on the phone. You know what's funny? It's get a young person, give them a phone with a dialer, ask them how to dial a number. Give them a cassette tape and a pencil and tell them, like, now tell me how these things are used together. I'm gonna stop the timer here. 17 hours. Gonna come back to this game tomorrow.